Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. As I promised you, in this video we will test drive and test the consumption on the brand new Mazda MX-30 REV, the plug-in hybrid that I was waiting for such a long time. I have almost 1 year. I was so excited to see and test this car, and I did already the test drive video in a separate clip. If you want to see that, check it out. There I explain you everything, I mean how it works, because it's quite complicated. I will try to explain you a little bit shorter, but then we will start driving. This is kind of the second part of that video, because in this video we will test drive the consumption. We will drive only in normal mode and we will see what kind of consumption the car can get. I will reset the consumption. I will leave the climatic system on 22 degrees because outside it's crazy cold. It's -2 degrees. A little bit earlier was -5, 6, 7 and so on. In the car it's kind of cold. I try to warm up a little bit. We have kind of 52% battery and plenty of gas in the tank. I drive a lot and it still have plenty of gas. Basically, to explain you shortly, for those of you that don't know how this full hybrid system works, it's super smart. Basically, you have an electric car with a petrol generator. It has the rotary engine that act like a generator and charge the battery that is under the floor, and then the battery send the energy to the electric motor in the front. It's a front wheel drive and it has 170 horsepower. And basically you can also charge it with a cable, the battery actually, so you can charge it every day. You can drive up to 85 kilometers with electric mode without the rotary engine being needed to start. But if you don't want to charge it, you cannot charge it. You fuel the tank, 50-liter petrol tank, and then the petrol engine will work and charge the battery and send the energy later to the wheels. That allow you to have a smoother drive, less CO2 emission, and probably a better consumption. We will test out in this video and we will see. So let's drive it. For more details, anyway, I have a separate video, full review, interior, exterior, multimedia, technical data and stuff like that, and also the other videos. So check them out, guys, because I have a few videos, a few series where you can find out more details about the car. In this video it's about driving and consumption. Let's drive normal mode. Climatic system, it's on. It comes also with a heating pump, by the way, with a heat pump. I forget to say that in the test drive video, but I tell you right now. Plus, if you want to see the car, if you want to test drive the car, if you want to buy the car, you can go at Ariane Motors if you are in Bucharest or in Romania. If you want to see it, buy it, and also all the new Mazda models, you will find it there. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen, so check them out. They are super cool. Anyway, I will drive normally like a normal person will drive. Will go to work and home, basically normal driving, nothing different, nothing special. So thank you very much. Okay, now we have to stay here on the traffic side. By the way, we have also some pedals here that allow you to regenerate the energy back into the battery. Basically, when you press the brake, it's acting like an electric car, will regenerate the energy back into the battery. You can see a nice graphic here that shows you what happened with the energy, and also you can see this line that shows you charge or you use power. And you have those pedals. If you go left, you can see the D down and D plus. This is rolling, and you can choose the power of regenerative brake when you release the acceleration. So those are smart stuff. We go on the highway, a little bit in the city, and we will see in the end what will be the consumption. I'm pretty much curious to see as well, and because a little bit earlier I had a bigger consumption because I try to use the charge mode and I explain all that stuff and I accelerate and stuff like that. Now I just want to drive normal, like a normal person will go to work and home, and I want to see what will be the consumptions. But in general, the sound insulation, the build quality of the car, it's great. The grip and the driving feeling, it's on the steering wheel, is quite the same. The steering is kind of the same as Mazda uses with, a little bit stiffer. You have to turn it a little bit more. It's not crazy assisted, so it's a nice feeling. Suspensions are pretty good. I was surprised to see how good they are. Visibility wise and other stuff like that, quality, seats, comfort, it's great. You have heated seats, heated steering wheel, pretty much everything else, it's great. You can see right now we have 51% battery and almost a fuel tank. It's a 50-liter tank. The great part is that you can basically charge this car with a cable, and you have a full battery that you can use the energy. And if you have the possibility to charge it every day or every 2 days, anyway, basically 85 kilometers, it's plenty of distance, so you can go to work and home daily. And if you're able to charge it at home, if you have a house, you can drive every day full electric without needing the rotary engine to start in order to give you that energy. But if you don't want to charge it, that's a great part. This is the best all-arounder, because you are able to put the gas in the tank and use the gas, and the car will actually basically work and charge the battery, so you don't even need to charge it if you don't want to charge it. So you have the both worlds in a car. You have electric world and you have the combustion engine world. And I feel like the car have plenty of power. It's so smooth when you drive it. It doesn't feel, because it has 1-speed gearbox like electric cars, you don't feel anything when it's changed the gears or stuff like that. It's just crazy smooth. Right now the car regenerates the energy back into the battery, and I just didn't use the brake pedal right now. I'm using kind of one pedal drive. It's not very powerful, the brake, but it's more than enough for this type of car, so it's pretty good. You have all that safety features like blind spot technology, and you can see you can accelerate smoothly and slowly, go to 80 without any problem. Everything, it's so smooth, so linear. And you can see right now the rotary engine, it's working, it's running, and you basically don't feel too many vibrations or sound where you are on the highway. When the car is stationary, then you hear a little bit of, I noticed that you hear a little bit of noise, but nothing, feel a little bit of vibration and noise from the engine, but basically like any other normal engine kind of sound. Right now we drive 100. I try to accelerate steady. I don't want to push it too hard, just driving. We will go also at 110, 120, so we can simulate the consumption. So we will see in the end what will be the consumption. You can hear right now how the rotary engine is running. We have 12.2 liter consumption right now because the car is trying to recharge the battery. I can hear it and I can see there. The interesting part is the fact that the car doesn't allow battery to discharge more than 40%, I notice. That means it try to keep it there in the middle, so to have a state of charge perfect for long lasting. So it will last much longer than on a proper electric car, because the management of the charging, it's continuously, and it will hold all the time the charging state on the same, in the same area. So the voltage will be always the same, the temperature the same. So that's great for the battery in long time. Right now we have 110, just cruising around here. It's also super cold outside, so that's why probably the consumption will be a little bit higher as well. Anyway, the driving feeling, it's lovely. I mean, the comfort, the visibility, it's a proper Mazda. You feel the good quality. Even though it's so smooth, it's interesting because you still have that Mazda driving feeling on it, and that's something that I like. So from here you can recuperate the energy simple from those pedals. I like that very, very much, and you can release it as well if you need more right here. And the great part is that it shows you right there on the right side how much energy you just recuperate on this trip. So I wish I can see this also on other car models, how many energy you recuperate in this trip and stuff like that. That will be super useful through the recuperation of the energy. Right now I don't even use the brake, so it's basically work like an electric car. So let's go here. It stays also super nice on curves. It's pretty fun to drive car, I noticed that. It's pretty cool on those. The handlings are great. We have also winter tires, by the way. Probably the tire pressure, I'm not sure how much it is, I didn't check it before, but probably the tire pressure is also lower, so probably that's why. This is another reason why the consumption might be higher, you know. But it stays so good on the road. It feels the grip great. Also on the highway, I noticed that it has great stability on the highway at high speeds, and this is super important. Mazda in general makes super good cruisers on the highway. So most of the car have big engines that cruise perfectly on the highway, and this is no wonder, kind of the same, because it's also a great cruiser. It feels quite good, and it's reach out the high speed without any problem. And when you are at higher speed, it feels like a great cruiser. It stays pretty good on the road. The sound insulation, it's extremely good as well. The car, it's pretty heavy, 1,774 kilograms, around there. And I'm cruising now 110. It's a little bit windy outside. You can hear the wind. It's also quite cold, but it's sunny, man. It's crazy sunny. The sun feels warm, but outside it's crazy cold. Anyway, here it's impossible to drive faster. I don't want to get my car dirty because of those trucks. They are, I don't know what they do here on the highway. It's extremely unpleasant, I can say. I can accelerate. I don't want to stay a bit behind them because it's something on the road. Is this kind of, they put something on the road because of the ice, not to get icy, and then it's dirty everywhere, and the cars get dirty super easy now, and I don't want to get dirty the car. I basically was super clean before this trip. Now we go a little bit higher speeds, and then we have to go out here. We go a little bit on the city to drive as well. Until now we have like 10.4 liter consumption. I noticed that the car tried to keep the battery around 50% battery, so the rotary engine work kind of a lot. You know what? I think I know why it's the consumption 10 liter now. Because basically, when the rotary engine is working, then is the time when it consumes, right? And when it's not working, like right now, it's consuming nothing, and probably they don't calculate the time when it's not working. And probably it's calculating only the time when the rotary engine is working. That's my, I don't know, I have to ask that. I'm really curious about this because, you know, we have 10.7 kilowatt hour consumption in electric mode. Like right now we're driving in electric mode and the consumption is 10.9, 11 right now, and this is okay, it's understandable. And then you look at the consumption, you have 9.6 liters right now, and actually the rotary engine is not working. Let's see, I'm really curious if the rotary engine will not work in this area. Right now it's not working. Yes, it's not like that. So my theory it's falling. My theory is falling, so it's just calculating in general with the whole trip. It's calculating the consumption on the whole trip on both of them. So it's plus. So it's basically 9.4 plus 12.5 kilowatt hour. Something like that. Yeah, probably it's crazy. Yeah, by the way guys, the car it's brand new, and until let's say 5,000 kilometers, over 5,000 kilometers, the consumption will be lower, half liter lower for sure. Right now on this area we drive only with the electric, without the starting the petrol engine, I mean, because the car is driving all the time electric. Anyway, over those bumps here, there are bigger bumps on this street. It feels a little bit stiffer, so it's comfortable, but it has the same Mazda feeling, same sportier feeling, and I think many people will like that very much, because many people drive the car for this type of feeling. Come on. Come on. So we go right here. The consumption is going lower now, 8.7 liter. So I guess was higher there because the car tried to charge the battery with the engine, and that's why the consumption was probably a little bit higher. And now probably in the city the consumption is go even lower, 8.6 liter. Now we drive anyway only in electric mode. The key is playing around here if you wonder why you hear what you hear like that. Oh, the sun, it's so powerful. It's okay. Now driving in the city a little bit, then we will see the consumption. A little bit of traffic. .5 liter plus 14.1. Here are also a few big holes where we can drive a little bit slower. It feels great. It feels great over those bumps. 8.2 liter, the consumption is going lower. That's great. 8.1. The rotary engine start to work right now, probably to charge the battery because it has 46% battery. .1, nice. Yeah, I think in better temperature will be better consumption. I think after 5,000 kilometers the consumption will be lower. Also climatic system, it's on. It's pretty warm inside the cabin here. It's going down, the consumption, you can see right now 7.9 liters. I think the car needs a little bit of time. But it's so pleasant to drive it. I think we will stop here. 7.8 liters, so it's going lower and lower and lower when you drive slowly like that and stuff. It's quite fine from my point of view. It's super okay. Let me actually park it here. Let me show you also the 360 degrees camera. Look great. It has one of the best resolution cameras that you can get on the market. Let me park it here in the front, and you can see you have front camera, back camera. You can park it so easy, so useful. Put it like that, electronic handbrake, auto hold, all these functions. 7.7 liters. So you can see, I noticed that on the city you get a better consumption, and easily you get a better and better consumption. I think the consumption is high because the car is trying to charge the battery, and when it charges the battery it consumes more. It's super cold outside, probably the car is struggling a little bit. The great part is that it shows you here how much energy you regenerate during this trip, and what was the distance in electric mode only. That's interesting. So this is it, guys. Pretty interesting. I was expect, to be honest, a little bit less consumption. Probably after 5,000 kilometers you will get a better consumption, but I'm curious to see, to test it a little bit more. Probably in the summer will be even better consumption. The climatic system is also on. Yeah, really interesting. Definitely think it's a great car to drive. It feels amazing. Also, plus I noticed something. I mean, I get the car, you can see the tank, the fuel tank, it's almost full. I drive so much and the tank it's still almost full, and then you still have half battery. That's interesting. I think I need a little bit more time with the car. Probably I have to drive it for many days to understand a little bit more how it works. But from my tests in the beginning, it is what it is. I think you can get even better consumption in the summer or after 5,000 kilometers. But anyway, that was the test. In general, I love the car, I love the driving feeling, I love the system and the idea of this system. And that's it, guys. I'm waiting your feedbacks and your comments down below. If you have some extra information that I don't know, tell me in the comments. Also, if you want to see the car, test drive the car, buy the car, check out, guys, Ariane Motors. I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. They are super nice. You can already see the car, it's already there, so you can also buy it. The price of the car, it's around 42,390 euro or something like that, and this is the Makoto version. But for more details, interior, exterior, full review, I wait you in a separate video, so stay close, because if it's not already on the channel, will come soon, will be really interesting also that video. So thank you for watching, stay safe, and I guess I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.